Welcome to day 3 at Advertising Week New York. This is Up Front. I'm BJ Smith, and I have Rich Shea with me again today.
Hello, BJ.
You surviving so far?
Yeah, halfway through.
Halfway through.
A little better if you count Sunday night travel.
Look, yeah, exactly. One of the things that we're hearing like all over the place is talking about cognitive AI and all this crazy technology.
Yeah.
And I think I've only been coming here for a couple of years now, and it was like originally programmatic that we were talking about when I first started.
Yeah.
And then they started getting into ad blocking technology and all this other stuff. And now we're talking AI, which is just insane to me. You've been here for, what, 14 years?
Yes, and blockchain will be next. It'll be all blockchain next year. But there's been some cool AI. I think we talked about it yesterday. I went to one where they were talking about whether, Sir Martin Searle, talking about whether AI can do creative. And actually, the very first morning we spoke, I kind of dismissed it. And then this panel was saying, oh, totally. Creatives will put together, a bunch of bullets or whatever, data points, and then the machines will do the creative. I still don't buy that. But
here's where we start, and we're figuring out how the machines are going to put it all together for us.
Right.
Like, are they going to be coming up with the color schemes and the fonts and all that, or is that starting from the creative?
When I started in this business, I had like literally a PMS wheel, so I'm old school. But right now IBM is doing a IBM Watson leadership breakfast.
Yes.
Occurring right now, so I don't know what they're talking about exactly.
So they've got the weather company that's going to be up there. Again, they're talking that cognitive technology. This is all part of the VC Power Breakfast series.
Right. My morning thing, as I always flog, I love the town hall stage, Future Commerce, and Walmart CEO is there right now. Right now, or shortly, with Google's SVP of Ads and Commerce talking about building the frictionless experience that today's consumer craves. So, and actually, interestingly, Walmart's been doing really well. I mean, everyone thought that they were going to just get crushed by Amazon, and they're figuring out ways to fight back.
Yeah, that's an interesting marketplace.
Yeah, that's probably a great talk, as they all are on the town hall stage.
Great. Let's back up a little bit and talk about last night. So, the D&AD Impact Awards happened last night. Beautifully
produced event. Lance and Matt spoke. The second year, it's creativity for good. So it's all across a variety of different disciplines, how people are using creativity to impact change. So I love the D&AD Impact Awards. It was a great crowd. Fearless Girl, you're not from here, but the little statue, the statue of the bull and the bear downtown. So Fearless Girl, McCann, New York, created a bronze sculpture of a girl sort of staring at the bull, the charging bull, and that won. And there were 2 other winners. McCann Worldwide, the immunity charm, which encouraged Afghan mothers. It's a charm bracelet. Encouraged Afghan mothers to vaccinate their children.
Okay.
And that came in second. And then third, J. Walter Thompson, Amsterdam office, and Free a Girl movement for School for Justice, an ad campaign to raise awareness of child prostitution in India. So it was a really nice, fun, glossy event with some really serious undertones.
Yeah, you think about the advertising and marketing industry can get a bad rap because they often think that we're trying to prey on the consumer, but it's that's not the case, and it's really interesting seeing all these people that are out there doing social good.
Yeah, it's good. The Fearless Girl, if you haven't seen it, before you leave town, definitely hop on a train and go down there.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Well, great. What else is coming up?
The Tech Experience track. I've got some panels, but first, there's a lot of stuff at TechX, they call it. It's awesome today. There's a workshop on advertising measurement. Advertising Perceptions releasing a study on brands' confidence in tracking. I mean, last year measurement was a huge topic. This year it still is to a degree. That goes. Cambridge Analytica will also release some findings, and they'll talk about data science. And then at 3:15 at the TechX stage, Dwayne Varon of Media Science and Cargo's AJ Matthew, very compelling guy. We'll talk about adding mobile video to a TV campaign. And I'm actually, as you said, I'll be doing a couple things about mobile video and short form content today. I have a couple tracks at the Shutterstock stage.
So the mobile video part, it's amazing to me what's happening with mobile video these days. I've got a kid in one of my classes that just walks around with the video in his hand like all day. Like he's waiting for me to open the door to go into the classroom, and he's got his hands on the video.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. As a parent, we were talking. You got to pick your fights, right? So my kids obviously are glued to their phones, and I'm always telling them to get away from the screen, and they do. One of the things we're going to be talking about today in my second track which is called Live Meet Live. It's at noon at Shutterstock at Liberty Theater. And we've got people from LA Live, which is home of Staples Center,
right.
home of the Kings and Lakers, and a guy from Milwaukee Bucks, and also a big guy, JP from Twitter. And we're talking about how do you layer digital content into the live experience. So it's not like I was at a Bruins game with my kid and he kept looking at his phone. I didn't know he was actually interacting with like this Bruins content that they wanted him to be on his phone at the event.
Yeah.
So that'll be a pretty cool discussion. And obviously Twitter has 16 live streaming partnerships going right now. So I'm interested to hear what they say.
I'd like to hear what Twitter's saying about
the 280.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring up the 280.
Yeah, let's leave it. What else is going on tonight? We've got Sarah Jessica Parker coming up.
Yeah, she's at the PlayStation stage at 11:15. So that's a big draw. Yeah. Talking about Instagram. Martin Levine, the COO of Instagram, chatting with her about how it can impact business, how you can do storytelling, branded storytelling on Instagram. So that'll be, I'm sure, very well attended right over here. Right. You'll listen to that crowd.
I'll hear the crowd, and it'll be like, yeah.
Sad for you. I think Sarah goes in the back. So you won't get to meet her.
Yeah, no. Oh well, that's fine. It's like last year with Drew Barrymore. We, as we were doing the podcast, just like out of the corner of my eye, I saw a bunch of people like pile up over in the corner.
Exactly.
And then she comes like running through all of a sudden.
Yeah. I ended up watching that on the live stream on 360.
That was cool. But I did have Padma Lakshmi.
Winner.
That was actually sitting right next to us, who was signing autographs and stuff like that. That was fun too.
It's all about leaning in, BJ. We have another one at PlayStation. DJ Hughley and Ali Velshi talking about building consensus on action items to benefit African Americans, and I bet that'll be a very well attended event as well. And topical.
That's extremely topical. What we're talking about, because it's going to also involve politics, the elections that are coming up in both 2018 and then 2020.
Yeah, right? And kneeling and the anthem and all that. So
absolutely.
As I said yesterday, it's always somehow Advertising Week always inserts itself into a time when there's a lot of conversation that's relevant to the week. So that's another crowd that you'll have to suffer through.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be worth it.
Just look at the person you're interviewing's lips and try to like hear them, or just go like this.
He's like, I'm hearing this over here, and I'm really, honestly, I'm paying attention to you.
Have them write their answer while they speak, and you can repeat it.
But you see, then you still have to be able to juggle multiple things, and my ADD doesn't allow me to pay attention to more than one thing at a time, whether they're writing it down or not. So, sorry.
Big party tonight. We don't have to wrap yet, but Samsung Ads is doing a thing for all delegates. So a lot of these parties, as you know, like DNAD and some of the concerts, it's a class society. So if you're not a platinum or whatever, you can't get in. Yeah. This one, Samsung Ads downtown in the meatpacking district, they have a place called Samsung 837. So if you do go down to check out the Fearless Girl, it's not, you could even walk from there to the meatpacking, and so Samsung 837 is just like this whole experience. So all the Samsung devices that are available now and will be available, trial devices, they have a 3-story screen. It's like a wild space, like very cool space, and so everyone's invited to that. And I don't know what time it is, but I want to say 6:30. So down in meatpacking, it's just look at your app, or it's in the book. But I like the fact that Samsung Ads is inviting everyone, and there's food and drink, and you get to touch some technology that no one's touched yet.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
What do you have? How many guests are you working?
Today? Today is going to be interesting. We probably have, I don't have to ask my producer, but I think probably around 15, 20.
You get to speak to Richard Edelman yesterday.
Yes, I did.
That's cool.
That was interesting. Yeah. He's very to the point, and he was talking about, the things, it's interesting, the research that they do, because we're talking about, social good with the Impact Awards and the truth and transparency in media, and that's been something that or in companies in general, not just media, but that's been something that's been going on for the last 5 or so years that has really been top of mind awareness.
Right.
They've been doing research on this stuff for the past 10 years. This was stuff that they were talking about way ahead of time. So it was very interesting to have him on here.
Yeah, conscientious guy. Legend.
Yeah, that was a part of the LinkedIn Trust series.
Right.
That we'll be continuing later today.
Cool. I think that might be all I have. I have to go over this panel right now. I'll plug it again. It's Popcorn in a Movie Snackable Entertainment at Shutterstock 945, talking about video and GIFs. And I want to get to the bottom, is it GIFs or GIFs? I think we are a country divided. I actually say GIF, my son says GIF. But I say Twitter and my dad says the Twitter. So perhaps we'll get to some consensus over there in about an hour.
So wait a minute. So he really says the Twitter? I mean,
my dad says the Twitter.
That was like a joke.
Yeah, exactly. It is a joke. I try to tell him that, but he's not. He's 85.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So the fact that he
does he actually?
Although
use Twitter?
he's on his phone more than me. No joke.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll be on the Twitter later today too.
Good.
Check it out.
I'll live the Twitter that event.
Our hashtags AW New York. So, all right. So that's going to be it for Wednesday up front. Rich Shea will be back again tomorrow morning with me. So look forward to seeing you more. Remember that you can live stream our events. I'm going to be back here interviewing many of the panelists and guests for AW360 Live. So stay tuned for that.